So I'm the head of business development at SlotMatrix. My key focus at the moment is actually building the team up. One of the key areas we're looking to do is actually have team members that are specific to certain markets so that we bring the right skill set and knowledge when dealing with certain clients in certain regions. So right now, the main area what I'm trying to do is get the right people in the right place and make sure we've got the basics right across the board with the team. And the main part we're going to be focusing on is getting distribution out there for SlotMatrix and especially the Phantasma product, which we've just recently acquired. Yeah, exactly this. I've already hired another 2 people, and these guys will be focusing on LATAM and some in the UK. But yeah, we're really scaling up to make sure we have the right talent pool to support all our clients in the correct way, and also hopefully our future partners as well. So this is actually quite a good part because I've come in new where my knowledge is fresh. So maybe I come in with a different angle, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who are within the company who already have a lot of knowledge of SlotMatrix and the overall business. So what we've done is kind of kept a balance of people who've been here for 5-6 years who have a very good knowledge base, but some people have come outside of the SlotMatrix vertical and brought in their experience. So hopefully that'll create this really nice balance of kind of new ideas, again, working with what the company is all about and making sure we keep everything consistent and, let's say, not rip up everything overnight. Well, I think one of the main areas is distribution. It's a very difficult area because it's a very highly competitive market. So what we've done is obviously created features to help kind of package our overall product to help that distribution improve. So the main area is kind of getting our distribution up across partners and then also covering more regulated markets on a global level. And just getting the Phantasma name out there along with our other studios where we can create exclusive content. I think one of the main areas is we're creating the features to complement our products. One of the main thing is the boost feature. This is going to help operators kind of expose and promote our product in a better way. Like you said, is just having a product is not always good enough in terms of a slot game, but also having features to complement them in the right way. These are jackpots, boost features and so on, leaderboards and tournaments. So what we're also focusing on is the products that will also complement the Phantasma brand, and then also making sure that Phantasma is understanding what the market needs in the current climate. You name it. So we will cover Asia, Africa, LATAM, the US, and Europe. So those are the core regions. The aim is to also get more licenses around Europe, LATAM and so on, because those markets are growing, especially in LATAM. There's a lot of opportunity there for us in Phantasma. So there will be a lot of focus to kind of get that distribution out there, get the Phantasma name out there, and really kind of find some good operators and partnerships out. Asia, I think, is still not a high focus. Like I said, regulation is quite new, and we're kind of still researching what's happening in that area. Africa, we've started to actually push quite a lot. I think South Africa is the key regulated market out there, which we're gradually getting some nice partnerships out there, and we'll keep up to date with what's happening with the regulators out there. But Africa so far has had the faster movement out of the 2. Yeah, latency is everything on a product, right? And making sure infrastructures can support our product. As we know, internet in Africa is not to the same standards in the EU. So making sure we have a product that can support the latency issues we'll experience in Africa is also very key. And this is something we feel pretty ready for. But I agree with you. Making sure we have a product that supports the local infrastructure is very key. I mean, I would hope so, but I don't think it will go down that way. I think each state or country will want its own license and their own kind of rev share or taxes applied. I would love that because it just makes it easier for all of us to manage. I mean, our dream back in the day was that Europe was harmonized under one EU law, but it never ends that way. So I'm hoping maybe South Africa can be maybe the one that lead by example and do some harmonizations, and maybe we'll lead by, and hopefully we'll spread to other regions. Localized content is an intriguing place because how deep do you go? Is this themes? Is this certain mechanics and so on? Or is it basically what the players are used to from, let's say, land-based casinos? So I think when it comes to localization, you've got to do your research development in that market. And if you understand it's a land-based market where most of the players have come from, you understand the products they've played there. So I think when it comes to kind of localization, research is a major part to understand, is it themes, is it mechanics and so on, that actually triggers the player. and then we develop the product in terms of localization there. That's where I think it begins. There are certain markets that have more complex games which are not traditional to land-based, so we've got to find a good balance between the traditional slot players and the kind of new emergence of the new age of gamblers where there's a lot more features and a lot more gamification. So I think that's really down to us researching the market needs to make sure we do localization correctly. For us specifically, no. We will focus purely on the online side. The land-based vertical is very dominated by the likes of Novomatic, Aristocrat, EGT guys, and I don't think it would be that easy for us to go into the land-based world. But the online, I think, market has still got availability for studios to come and prove themselves. And I think Phantasma can actually do that quite well once we kind of improve our distribution, increase our roadmap, and then make sure the products are fit for purpose in all the markets that we want to cover. But I think it's a very difficult way to go from online to land-based and the other way around.